First off, this video is not meant to call out anybody or attack anybody in the industry. I just wanted to go over something that felt very important to me personally. Hey, my name is Dean Lamb. I play in the death metal band Archspire, and I make some dumb videos here on YouTube sometimes. Plus, I stream on Twitch sometimes. So I personally use all the tools that are at my disposal for making my music sound better. Editing, overdubbing, layering. It's all as cheap as it's ever been, and it's like so easy to do it. So why not? Plenty of my friends use these tools as well. I would say probably all of them to a certain extent. Now, some of them upload videos that are edited perfection on Instagram or YouTube, and others post videos, raw dog, mistakes, flubs and all. And they're both part of the same kind of expression. Others post up videos of themselves playing where they are essentially guitar lip syncing, which is also fine. Now, the only problem that I have with this is that it's not honest to the audience. It's not fake, but what I like to call it is embellished reality. Recently, I watched a video of PewDiePie talking about steroid use in the entertainment industry, and a really good example of this is a guy like The Rock, who is 50 years old, and he looks like this. Being upfront with your fans obviously comes with an inherent risk. So if Dwayne Johnson came out saying he's been cycling for years, no doubt he would lose fans. He would lose brand sponsorship deals. His public image would change, probably most importantly. Even though anybody that looks at him for 10 seconds and has any idea what they're talking about can assume, hey, this guy is clearly a product of accelerated growth. He's not a natural-looking human being. This type of mindset kind of applies to guitar as well. The modern musician has so many tools at their disposal, and they're not beholden to anyone to expressly state in advance what tools they are using. You can just put up a video, and it is what it is. Let's say, for example, I put up an edited video of myself shredding perfectly. Like every note is dead on. And I say nothing about post-production in the clip at all. In a sense, I'm being dishonest to whoever is consuming that content. Don't get me wrong, I have done this. Playthroughs I put up, yeah, I'll go and post sometimes, and I'll tweak a note here, I'll move something small here. Sometimes I'll record in large chunks so that I can get the video recorded faster, where a full one-take playthrough might be considerably more difficult. This type of content skews the viewer's concept of what is possible on the instrument by human beings. Now, obviously, sometimes this is actually for the better. You'll see musicians that are very new to the instrument relatively, but they spent hundreds or thousands of hours trying to get that same kind of sound that they heard from an edited album or video, and that's how they push the envelope of the instrument, and I am all for that. I think that's great. Now, on the other hand, you have the negative side, which is basically somebody that's newer to the instrument, or maybe not, and they see these videos and they look inward. They say, why can't I do this? And they see everybody else has attained this perfection, and they'll never get there. And what this could lead to would be that person putting down the instrument forever, and that is very bad. Not only for that person and their artistic expression, and their artistic expression in their life, but also for other musicians. I mean, we need each other. We grow when any individual gets more recognition in the industry, in the genre that they're playing in. All boats rise with the tide. What we need to do as a listener is use our best judgment when we're consuming this kind of content. 9 times out of 10, if something sounds too good to be humanly possible, it probably is. And there is a gradation of that, whether it's someone who has very little ability, making themselves seem like they are a master of the instrument. That's one side. The other would be a tweak of a note here, or overlapping 2 videos, cutting them together so that you could do an entire playthrough of something. They're definitely on different sides of the spectrum, but they both fall under the category of, in a way, being intentionally dishonest to the viewer. All this being said, releasing a produced, edited piece of artwork is an art form in itself, and that requires a very specialized skill set. not only in the studio do you have to have the chops to play this stuff and have it sound good in the recording, you also have to have the other side, or as a producer that knows what he or she is doing. And they can take that awesome take and tweak it and make it even better. And they can deliver this type of artwork that I have come to love. Bands like Necrophagist, bands like Blotted Science, Infant Annihilator. These bands are perfect examples of when amazing musicianship meets stellar production. And that combination is something I've come to love quite a bit. And that sets a standard for myself as well. I know what is possible on the instrument. And when I listen to this music, I don't get bummed out because I understand the other side of it. All this being said, I don't want anybody to think that I'm calling out anyone in particular. If we were to hold ourselves to the highest degree of honesty in creating content, then it would be tough because we would then be forced to upload the first take rather than the 10th of a certain riff or lick or whatever. And you can say goodbye to reverb and delay, which are used quite heavily to hide imperfections, mistakes, smooth out the rough edges. So next time you open up Instagram or YouTube and you see that perfect shred take, just use your best judgment and tell yourself, am I watching something that is off the cuff, first take, no preparation, or am I watching something that is a bit more produced? Am I watching something that has a bit more thought into it, some stuff moved around to create this excellent clip? And so in that way, it's really important for us to temper our expectations as content consumers. Use your best judgment. Thanks for watching.